Dear students, in the last session, I had explained the development and type of microcontroller. But in this session, I will explain the function of each block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. So what is a microcontroller? A complete computer system manufactured on a single chip is called a microcontroller. The most popular general purpose microcontroller is 8051. It has designed by Intel company in 1980s. It is a 8-bit microcontroller. That means it can read, write and process the 8-bit data. It is a 40-pin IC and it operates in plus 5 volts, power supply. This is the block diagram of microcontroller 8051. The 8051 microcontroller has 8-bit data bus and 16-bit address bus. Bus is a group of lines using which data transfers takes place from one location to another within a system. There are main two kinds of buses, the data bus and the address bus. The data bus is used to transfer the data and the address bus is used to transfer the information but not a data. The 8051 microcontroller consists some registers, that means accumulator A, B register, these two are temporary registers, and also it has ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, the stock pointer and special function registers, and also we have the data pointer, PC, program counter and program address register. Here we have the timing and control unit and the instruction register. The timing control unit generates the 4 control signals, that means PSEN, ALE, EA, RST, reset. These signals, these pins are provided by the timing and control unit, and also it has oscillator, quartz crystal oscillator. It is used to generate the periodic clock pulses, and it has 2 pins XTAL1 and XTAL2 which form an oscillator circuit which connect to a resonant work in the microcontroller. And also it has 4 ports. The port 0, it consists of the latch and the drivers. Drivers means buffers. Port 1, port 2 and port 3. These are the 8-bit ports. And also memory. These are the random access memory and this one is the read-only memory. For this memory, read-only memory, there is no address because we can read only, so there is no address register for it. But in the random access memory, if we have the address register, we can read or write the data. So first we can start with the block ALU. ALU, that means arithmetic and logic unit. The ALU performs the arithmetic and logic operations, that means addition, subtraction, multiplication or XNOR and NOT. That means it performs the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The logic operations like or, XNOR, and NOT, etc. And next, the ALU can also manipulate 1 bit as well as 8-bit data types. Next, individual bits can be set, cleared, complemented, tested, and used in logic computations. And next is the registers. The most widely used registers of the microcontroller 8051 are A, the accumulator, A, B register, R0 to R7, PC, program counter, DPTR, data pointer, and SP, stock pointer. These registers are 8-bit registers. That means stock pointer A, B, R0 to R7. These registers are 8-bit registers. It stores the 8-bit of informations. And these two are 16-bit registers. That means the PC program counter and the data pointer are the 16-bit registers. The DPH, data pointer high, the DPL stand for data pointer low. And next is the accumulator. The accumulator is used in all arithmetic and logic operations and has direct connection to ALU. It is referred as A. One of the data is stored in the accumulator. After the operation is performed, the result is stored in the accumulator A. That means it stores the 8-bit of information. That means it is a 8-bit register. It holds the data and receives the result of arithmetic operations. That means one of the data is stored in the accumulator. After the operation is performed, the result is stored in the accumulator A. In multiplication operation, one of the 8-bit data is stored in the accumulator A. After the operation, it stores the lower byte of the result in the accumulator. In the division operation, it holds an 8-bit dividend, and after the operation, the quotient is stored in the accumulator. A is the bit addressable register, and next one is the B register. It is also 8-bit register. It stores the 8-bit of information, and also it is a general purpose register. This B register is used during multiplication and division operation. In multiplication operation, one of the 8-bit data is stored in B register. After the operation, it stores the higher byte of the result in the B. In division operation, it holds the 8-bit divisor, and after the operation, the remainder is stored in the B register. The B is also a bit addressable register. For other operations, for other instructions, it can be used as an 8-bit general purpose register. And next is the register. It is also a 8-bit register. The register has a set of 8 registers, namely R0 to R7. These registers function as temporary storage registers in many operations. And next is the program status word, PSW. PSW is a 8-bit register. That means it consists of bit 0, bit 1, bit 2, bit 3, bit 4, bit 5, bit 6, bit 7. The total is 8 bits. The PSW refers to the accumulator and the flag register. The PSW register contains the arithmetic status of the ALU and the bank selects bit for the data memory. After the arithmetic and logic operation, the CY, the carry flag, the AC, the auxiliary carry flag, the F dot, the flag 0 of PSW register are set or reset according to the result. Next is the RS1 and RS0. These are the register bank select bits. When these two are low, it selects the bank 0. When these two are high, it selects the bank 3. When RS0 is high, it will select the bank 1. When RS1 is high, it will select the bank 2. Next is the OV flag. That means over flag. It's a bit 2. The over flag is used to detect errors in signed arithmetic operations when two signed numbers are added. Next, bit 1. Bit 1 is also user defined flag. Bit 0, it is a parity flag. If the result in the accumulator A contains an even number of ones, the P equals to 1. Otherwise, 0. That means if the result in the accumulator contains an odd number of ones, odd number of ones, the P equals to 0. And next is the stock pointer. The address of the stock is contained in a register called the stock pointer. Next, the stock pointer in the 8051 is only 8-bit wide. That means after reset, the value of stock pointer is the stock pointer is in the 8051 is only 8-bit wide. That means, which means that it can take value from 00 to FF. Next, when the 8051 is powered up, the stock pointer register contains the value 07. That means after reset, the value of stock pointer is 07. And next, the stock pointer, SP, points to the last used location of the stack. That means it contains the address of the data item on the top of the stock, and it is incremented before the data is stored. Next is the program counter, PC. It is a 16-bit register. The 16-bit PC specifies the address of the next instruction to be executed. Next, when 8051 powered up, the PC has the value of 0000H in it. That means after reset, the PC will be set to 0000H and the CPU will start executing the first instruction stored at the memory location 0000H. Next, the 8051 fetches the instruction 1 byte at a time, and after fetching, it will increments the PC by 1. Next is the data pointer. The data pointer consists of two 8-bit registers. One is DPL and DPH registers that can be combined into a 16-bit DPTR. The data pointer consists of two 8-bit registers as shown in the figure. One is DPL and one is DPH. That means the data pointer low and the data pointer high. That can be combined into a 16-bit DPTR. DPTR means data pointer. Next, the data pointer can be accessed as two separate 8-bit registers if needed. Next, the data pointer contains the address of internal and external code and data that has to be accessed. Next is the I/O ports. It contains four 8-bit I/O ports: the P0, P1, P2 and P3 register. So each port has a latch and driver, that means buffer, as shown in block diagram. The ports are used to send or receive the data. The port 0 is used as low order address and data pins. That means AD0 to AD7 address and data pins. AD0 to AD7. The port 2 is used as a high order address bus. That means A8 to A15. And the port 1 dedicated I/O port. It is a dedicated I/O port, does not have any alternate function. And next, port 3. It is used by timers, serial port, external interrupt, and for sending the control signals. That means read-write signals to external data memory. And next is the instruction register and timing control unit. The microcontroller fetches the instruction one by one, starting from the address stored in the PC, that means program counter, and stored in the instruction register, which decodes the instructions and gives the information to timing and control signals. That means the microcontroller fetches the instruction starting from the address stored in PC and stored in the instruction register. Afterwards, it decodes the instruction and gives the information to timing and control unit. And next is the using this information, timing and control unit generate the control signals necessary for internal and external operations. That means generating the control signals means this timing and control signals generate the four signals. That means PSEN, ALE, EA and RST signals. Next is the timer and counter. The 8051 microcontroller has two 16-bit timers or counters. Both are 16-bit timers counters and each timer consists of two 8-bit registers. That means they can act as an timer or counter. In the counter mode, they can count the numbers of high and low transition of the signal applied to the timer pins. That means in the counter mode, we will perform the counting operations. In the timer mode, there can be independent independently programmed to work in any one of the four mode operations. I mean, mode 0, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3. That means in the timing mode, we will operating in either of four modes. Next is the memory. The 8051 has two types of memory and these as program memory and the data memory. Next, the program memory means ROM, read only memory, is used to permanently save the program being executed. While data memory, the random access memory, is used for temporarily storing the data and intermediate results created and used during the operation of the microcontroller. That means the read-only memory, it is used for permanent storage of the data and memory. What about the random access memory? It is a temporarily storage of data and stack. Next, depending on the model in use at most a few, kilobyte of RAM and 128 or 256 bytes of RAM is used. Next, all 8051 microcontrollers have a 16-bit address bus and are capable of addressing 64 kilo bit memory. That means we have 16-bit register for addressing the memory. So 2 to the power of 16 equals 64 KB of memory. It will start from 0000H to FFFFH. When the PSEN signal, that means the timing and control signals generated the PSEN signal. When PSEN signal is high, the 64 kilobytes is divided into two. That means one is 4 kilobyte and 60 kilobyte. 4 kilobyte, it will access an internal memory. 60 kilobyte, it access an external memory. When PSEN signal is low, the 64 kilobytes access a external memory.